Hi, everyone. Pleasant good day to you. Coach Keon here from Action Coach Guyana, where we grow good businesses into great businesses. Today, we have a very special program lined up for you. We will be having some updates from Camille's Academy Inc. Yes, you heard correct. They have been transitioning from Camille's Academy to now they're going to be incorporated. And you will hear more about that as we get into our discussion today. I have a very interesting panel of young, ambitious individuals who are going to be sharing with you on our program today. So let me start bringing our team of panelists on. First, I will commence with Ms. Camille Dioki Gorak. She is the director of Camille's Academy Inc., and she will be talking to us a bit about Camille's Academy and its evolution. Next, we have Mr. Joshua Kisun, who is the CEO of Techlify Incorporated, and they have played a very pivotal role in an aspect of the school that you'll get to hear more about in just a few minutes. And finally, but by no means least, we have Ms. Kamini Lachman. She is one of the administrators at Camille's Academy, more specifically the Diamond location. So, good morning and welcome, everyone.
Good morning, Coach Pia.
Good day, Coach Keon.
Excellent. So it's great to have you guys on, and everybody looks, they're all dressed and dapper and ready. So Josh was giving us an entire uh, history behind tech and tech dressing. And I think that will make for a very interesting topic in a subsequent video. So Josh will remind me, we will definitely have a discussion on that. Now we are going to
Wonderful.
get into our updates today. And first of all, I'm just going to invite Miss Camille. We for the persons who are listening, we know a lot of persons are aware of Camille's Academy Inc. and they may have been following the pages, but we usually attract lots of new viewers to our page. And on that note, we like to say thank you to all the persons who usually tuned in and the new persons who are visiting that support what we do and they like, love, and of course, share our content. So, first of all, Miss Camille, can you tell us about Camille's Academy and now Camille's Academy Inc.?
Yes, Coach Keon. Thank you very much. Good day to all of our viewers. The Camilles Academy is a private school recognized by the Ministry of Education and has been in existence for more than 20 years. Actually, this January, we celebrated our 20th anniversary. And as we were planning last December with Action Coach, some very uh, tickling questions now were posed to me in terms of, and that is our quarterly planning session. Where do you see Camilles Academy 1 year, 3 years, or 5 years from now? And to be honest, it was a question that really played on my mind. And as you make your New Year's resolution, I've decided that it's about time Camilles Academy not only be under sole proprietorship, but rather it's time we transform into an incorporated business where we'll now see a group of individuals, very young, not so young individuals, very dynamic, very intelligent. We will have a combination of key people from Community Academy, and we also have strategic partners from the Action Invest Group. So some of our directors are yours truly, our very own business coach, Coach Kian, and we have Dr. Vishnu Durga. In terms of Camilles Academy, the history, we currently operate two locations, Diamond and Sue's Dyke. And when we closed off on-site operations in March, we would have maxed out the capacity for those two locations. And we've realized that with all the systems we've created through continuous business support from Action Coach, it's about time that we expand because we know our capabilities. You know, our customers, our clients have believed in the systems that runs this business for over 20 years. And as you know, as I approach the age of 40, this has always been my plan. So that is basically in a nutshell where we were 20 years ago, starting in my father's garage with just about 12 children. Miss Camille was one of our first from that batch, and today she would have evolved as the administrator. She will continue to pursue her studies, and we will hear of all the great changes that will take place in another year. So, Camilles Academy, we have been growing leaps and bounds. Right now, we're currently expanding. We will be featuring our Lusignan location, and Lusignan location is going to be quite unique. Again, with the assistance of our strategic partners, that would be the first smart school in Guyana. And continue to follow our pages, and you will see exactly what the smart school is all about. That is integrating innovation and technology into our curriculum. There will be a lot of smart facilities, resources, and the most important thing is that we're going through a curriculum reform, which Ms. Kamini, she's currently tasked with, and she will tell you more about that. What has happened within the last 5 months, all the training, all the resources and the people that we've invested in changing our business model because of the pandemic, we've realized we really can't take our kids back into a traditional classroom. So that is where we've decided that apart from having an online school now, which is the e-school, we are definitely going to push for that smart school come September. So that project is well on its way. It's about 75 to 80% completed. Registration will start in August. And we have another team of people working on our West Coast location. Ms. Kamini is currently tasked with managing the administration of the Diamond. And we all know Ms. Potter, our administrator, she's currently tasked with managing the Suicide location. So that is pretty much Camilles Academy from 1996. I started teaching, started the first established school on the East Bank in 2000, and here is where we are in 2020. It's about time we grow, it's about time we evolve, and trust me, we know we cannot do this alone. And that is why, hence the need for strategic partners. Thank
Excellent.
you.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Ms. Camille. I mean, just listening to you made history so fun and enjoyable that we took a journey from 1996 to now, and to see 1996, correct? I got the year correct?
Correct, coach. That's when I started to
Okay,
teach
thank you.
24 years ago.
Excellent. To to now to present, and indeed, it is extraordinary to hear about the transformation of Camille's Academy. And you did mention that we are now evolving into using technology to integrate our curriculum, and we would have formulated what we call the e-school platform. Now, I have with me the CEO of Techlify, and as Ms. Camille spoke about a strategic partnership, one was forged with Techlify Inc., and they created the eSchool platform, the one that Camille's Academy is currently using and will continue to use as we integrate both the traditional form of teaching and, of course, the implementation of technology. So we're going to hear a little bit more about that particular platform. And, we thought who best to hear it from than the lead developer himself. So, first of all, welcome Joshua Kisun, and he's going to tell us a little bit about Techlify, first of all, and then he's going to dive into the eSchool platform. So, Joshua, over to you.
Thank you, Coach Kian. Techlify, we're a software development company that focuses on building custom software applications that really help to improve the efficiency of businesses and help our Guyanese businesses to move into the digital era. That is really our goal here at Techlify. We met Miss Camille about a year ago, and since we met, we really hit it off, if I can say, because of Miss Camille's vision and her interest in moving into the digital era, always innovating and growing. it has allowed us to work with her to build out their e-learning platform. And what we've looked to do with the e-learning platform is to have a digital location that replicates what is there in the school. So teachers teaching physically can now be done online. Assignment submissions can now be done online. Examinations can now be done online. And lectures can also now be done online. Everything being integrated with your phones, your mobile devices, and also your email addresses. Working with Miss Camille, we have launched this application a few months ago, and now all students from Camilles Academy have access to the online platform. It's quite an exciting project, and we would be adding more and more and more features to really make life simple and really digitize teaching to help, especially given the current COVID situation, for us to keep social distancing. The main, I think the main feature of the online platform though is the way in which it really integrates the physical learning and the physical school as we know it with your digital presence, and it allows that seamless transition and integration between everything that we're accustomed to as a school to an online platform, and really creates that enjoyable learning environment for students and that enjoyable teaching environment for teachers. So that's a quick overview of what our learning platform does.
Thank you very much, Joshua. And for the persons who are listening, the e-learning platform is fully compatible with with technology with regards to smartphones. You can use it on your tablets, but it's recommended that you can use a laptop or a computer for more or better effective use of the platform. And it has many special features, including you can upload your assignments. Teachers can mark your tests online. What I absolutely love about it has a security feature that if you decide to step away from the program for any reason, it automatically submits your work. So there's little or well, there's no cheating involved where you can go Google the answers and then submit it, because we know that was one of the major concerns with online schooling. So thank you very much, Joshua, for shedding some light on that. A bit later on in the interview, I'm going to ask you to just do a quick demonstration of logging in and, of course, registering online. So we're going to do that very shortly.
Okay.
We know that because of COVID, we have had to really innovate how we deliver our subjects to the students. And I know that it has not been an easy task for the teachers. And I'm sure the administrator can now tell us how they've been able to really innovate with their curriculum and the delivery of that curriculum. So, Ms. Kamini, over to you.
Thank you, Coach Ian. Good afternoon to the panel and our viewers. So basically, I am here to give you a brief rundown as to how we have been dealing with education through this pandemic that we all have been going through. Now, it's not an easy task to have to deal with a pandemic as well as to still be able to motivate your learners. So us at Camilles Academy, what we have done is we would have decided to venture into a whole different arena, a different method and style of delivering our content to our learners. As such, we would have partnered with Technify, as Joshua would have explained, the system that was built. This would have enabled us to deal with our learners on a different level. What we did is that we had to incorporate everything that is being taught in a traditional classroom and now bring it to students using technology. So for that, first we would have tested, and we've tested this online teaching for about 4 months now. there has been a few challenges here and there, but with Technify's help, we were able to overcome those challenges. As everyone know, we're dealing with technology, and from time to time, you will end up with challenges. However, the reason for all of this is we all know that for us as educators, we must be very keen on how is it that we deliver content, how is it that we deliver our curriculum, because what we teach and what we give to our learners is what will equip them to be able to function properly in society. And especially with what has happened now at this time, where it would have forced all of us to come out of our comfort zone and basically learn to adapt and to survive and to progress as well. So were no different. We would have developed different systems and methods and strategies to ensure that we still have our learners and that we still give them the quality of education that we are known for. In so doing, we've had our teachers, our educators, with rigorous planning for the past 4 months. They are creating a curriculum development where they're redesigning the curriculum to incorporate online teaching, to incorporate smart school teaching, and to bring this kind of learning to students where they can be more comfortable. Now, we cannot run away from the fact that in today's society, students are very much technologically advanced. And us as educators, we have got to keep up with the pace. And we know that to intrigue and to bring that interest on board, you've got to be innovative. And that is what we're doing at Camilles Academy. We're being more innovative in our method, in our teaching style, and in our strategies that we implement. So we're doing a complete reform of our curriculum to incorporate online teaching, to incorporate smart school teaching, meaning that we're going to move away from the traditional method where a teacher stands in front of a board and they basically deliver content to students. Students have their textbook, they have to write notes, and they have to read. And that is the normal way of teaching. So we're going to shift from that. We are creating PowerPoint presentation that will be delivered in classroom using projectors. We will also students, those who obviously will be able to afford to walk with their tablets and their laptops. But then again, every child or every home is equipped with some form of technology. So that is not really a big challenge. What they will do is they'll be given work on flash drives and so forth, which makes it a bit easier for them to follow. With the projectors, we can also incorporate live videos. We can do demonstration. As we know, in today's society, we have more of visual learners. So with that, it would help them to keep their attention and to encourage and motivate in a classroom. And this system is not only going to be there for our upper secondary, but it is there throughout. So when I say curriculum reform earlier, I'm speaking of throughout, across the board in all departments, in our nursery department, primary, and our secondary. So for nursery, basically what will happen is that, and this is what is happening throughout. Every parent at home, if they want to do the laundry, do some cooking, they put their child in front of a tablet and they leave them there undisturbed. When they get into the classroom and bring that traditional way, it loses their interest. So what we're going to do now, we're going to create that same environment where we also understand, yes, technology have its disadvantage, so we're not going to force it all down. We're taking this with caution. We have done our research, so we are using that as well as guidance as we go along and we continue to develop and innovate through learning.
Yeah.
So these are some systems that we have. It will continue through in the primary as well as in the secondary. And we have all seen that CXC also has evolved. They are introducing e-testing. And as such, this is something that we are going to do as well. Currently, our end of term examination for this term would have done strictly online using our eSchool platform. And Our exam concluded on the 17th, that was Friday on. And I must say, I'm happy to say that with Technify's help, we had a successful completion of those examinations. So therefore, it puts us on the right path that we can see greater things happening in the future. We can see CXC, even our students preparing for their mock exams and so forth will be done through e-testing, assessment in classrooms, evaluations. All of these are systems that we are creating to ensure that we have successful teaching. It also equips our learners so that when they move on to tertiary level, they're able to survive in that kind of environment. Because as we all know, in the tertiary level, these are things that are already there. Students can be in Guyana and study at a university in England, or they can be here and study across the India using the technology provided. So when they're accustomed to one kind of system in the school, and then they have to shift immediately into the online learning, it really challenges them. So we are now trying to build all of that in our curriculum. And that is what we're currently doing. We have been testing it so far and it's working great. And we
Right.
will continue to do so. One other advantage that I must point out for the parents is that it tends to reduce their financial burden, because if we're going to have smart school going on. Therefore, even textbooks can be downloaded and passed on to students to put on their laptops and they can read right there. So that's another way where they cut off from purchasing heavy textbooks and juggling it to school and all of these things. So there's a lot of advantage to this. So we will get into it in something in other platform like this. But
Definitely. Thank you very much, Ms. Kamini, for that rundown in terms of integrating technology into the curriculum and highlighting many of the advantages that technology has allowed us to give to the students and even the parents. And this is where it talks about using the opportunities that COVID-19 has granted us and really taking it and using it to our advantage. And I'm really think that parents who are listening or tuned in, that you can really determine this is the place that you need to have your child enrolled in for the next academic year. And at this point, Joshua is going to be sharing his screen and he's going to take us through a quick demo of how to get registered and or enrolled. All right. So I'm going to add Joshua's screen to it, and I'm
Thank you,
going to be just
Commissioner.
taking it off. Yes, to Joshua, this screen will be yours.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. Well, you guys have, I'm sure, excited at this point with all the features and benefits that Miss Camille, Coach Keon, and Miss Camille have highlighted. So we want you to get started immediately. An application process have also been moved online for Camille's Academy. To access the application, you go to camillesacademy.com. Once the page loads up, there is an apply online option right below the header image. You simply click on the apply online option and the application form comes up. For students, you'd fill your first name, your last name. You can select your gender from the drop down, and then based on where you're located, we'd advise that you select the location closest to you. All of the Camilles Academy school locations would come up here. You can take a photo of yourself and upload it directly here. Enter your phone numbers, your address, any health issues that you may have, any sports that you play. If you are coming from another school over to Camilles Academy, you could select that school from the drop-down menu here, and also specify which class you would be going in. So if you're in grade 10, but you're applying for September to go into grade 11, you would select grade 11 here. And for 4 to 6 form students, you can select which stream it is you would like to attend. Apart from your personal information, you need to fill in your parents' information, or if you're living with your guardian, you can fill in your guardian information and an emergency contact here. After you finished filling up the application, you just simply hit the submit button, and this application then goes to the administrative staff at Camilles Academy. They will review the application and then contact you to to finalize the application process. And that is how you go about applying online for Camille's Academy. Back to you, Coach Kian.
Thank you very much, Joshua, for that demonstration. And we have an extra special guest joining us today that I'm going to put him on the spot to just add the summary of our session together. I know he hasn't been listening to the entire thing, but I trust and I believe in his capabilities. So please help me welcome to the stream Dr. Vishnu Durga.
Hey, thank you very much, Kian. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Good afternoon.
So, Dr. Durga, we are just at the end of the demonstration, and we were speaking about the collaboration of Camille's Academy and Action Coach Guyana. So, just your thoughts on this collaboration as we move forward.
I thank you, Kian. Well, we've been supporting Camille's Academy now for nearly 2 years, and the work that the team at Camille's does on an ongoing basis is already fantastic. However, with really stepping it up to the next level and now being able to open up new locations in Lusignan and then in Crane as well, it's really a joy for us to really get much deeper involved. You know that we at Action Coach, we're heavily involved in working with organizations and employees. And the biggest thing that we keep hearing is always, I wish I had known these things earlier. And this is from, the clerk to the sales portion to the CEO. That's the one sentiment that we always keep getting. I wish I had known these things earlier because my life would have been so much easier. So we thought as well, why not ensure that we bring this type of knowledge to students? Imagine if a student, primary, secondary school, got exposed to the Action Coach principles and to soft skills and professional skills at a much younger age, how much faster they will be able to integrate into the world of work, and how much better our organizations would function as well. Because when I talk to leaders of organizations, you hear a lot that the people coming out of our school system are not being able to really produce. They can't fit into the company as well. So a lot of complaints. And that we at Action Coach, I know at Camille's it's the same thing. We're not about complaining. We're gonna do something about it, and I'm very happy that this is one of the activities partnering with Camille's Academy that will allow us to really lift the level of education, partnering with Joshua as well. Joshua is an award-winning technology company, and bringing that technology to the students. So COVID or no COVID, children will get their education. And from Action Coach perspective, we will ensure that the education will not just meet the requirements of our Ministry of Education, but it will far exceed what the requirements are locally. So very happy to be a part of it. Anyone who's considering investing more into your children, getting your kids really the best possible education with smart schooling, with a safe environment, I would strongly encourage you to message the team at Camille, get onto that registration link. Joshua just demonstrated as well how you can apply so that you really have a head start and we can secure one of the spaces for your child. Thank you, Kian.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vishnu. And just to give persons a sneak peek, I just did a prelude there just now, give persons a sneak peek at our Lusignan location so that they can see that it is real, it is real, it is real. You can almost actually touch the building from the photograph, how it looks so magnificent. So this is just in progress, our Lusignan location. We will be having progress pictures coming up very shortly, in addition to what is going to be happening on the West Coast as well at our Crane location. So, guys, continue to stay tuned. You will be updated as we progress. So, finally, any closing remarks from our panelists? And I'm going to start with Joshua, followed by Miss Kamini, Dr. Vishnu, then Miss Camille.
I'm just really, really excited at the initiatives taken by the team and the way that we're adopting tech into education. And I'd like to congratulate Ms. Camille and team for, again, taking the initiative and really pushing forward and setting an example for schools in Guyana.
Thank you very much, Joshua. Miss Kamini.
Thank you, Coach. I would just like to say that we are very excited with with where the institution is going. And Ms. Camille would have given us in the beginning a brief history as to where we were and where we're at now. And for us, though, having 4 locations in September and moving forward as a smart school and all the innovative systems that we're putting in place, it's just awesome. So I would encourage parents to think of Camilles Academy as a place where you would like your child to be, and look at what we've been doing, look at our track record, see what is happening at our institution, and let that be your motivational factor to bring your child on board. So that we at Camilles Academy, which is one big family, and welcome you with open arms as we create and prepare our children for the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Miss Kamini. Dr. Vishnu.
Yep, the picture, I was there yesterday just for a site visit, and the rooms are very spacious. It's very modern. Air conditioning is also very comfortable. And now, what did they say? If Moses can't go to the mountain comes to him. And to some extent, that's exactly what Camille has been doing. It's very strong, very result-oriented school on the East Bank and Soesdijk and in Diamond, and with a lot of demand from the East Coast and West Coast. So now the mountain, which is Camilles Academy, has moved to the East Coast and the West Coast as well. And as you mentioned, we will be providing more updates so you can see how the facilities are coming along. So make sure that you secure your spot early. I know that at Soesdijk and Diamond, there's very limited capacity. So before we hit that stage as well on the East Coast and West Coast, ensure that your child gets to secure a space. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vishnu and Ms. Camille.
Yes, Coach Keon, as we close off, I just want to remind everyone, if you want to keep up with rapid changes in the 21st century, it's important that we innovate to dominate. So the Smart School is indeed a very, very great initiative. Like I've mentioned in the beginning, there's no way we can bring back the kids into a traditional classroom, given the evolution within the last 5-6 months. What I also want to mention something we didn't earlier is that apart from the academic achievements, our number one priority is safety and security. So there will be some additional safety features. I know Joshua is currently rolling out that option where parents can now feel very safe and comfortable. There is the number one safety feature is that as every child enters every location, they will either swipe in a card or use their fingerprint. Automatically, that sends an SMS to their parents, indicating the time they logged into school, and the same will be done in the afternoon. So I know, given the current circumstances, the social and the political climate, safety and security is on the mind of everyone. In addition to that, yes, in addition to that, we have followed all of the safety protocols set out by the Ministry of Education. We've also teamed up with, I think it's the Global Compliance Services in Guyana, and we're working towards being ISO compliant and then certified. So we will be going into our first training next week, and the team at Camilles is excited about this. We talked about systems and standards, and we will have all those systems and standards replicated at all of our locations. I know we mentioned 4, but we're forgetting we also have an online school. So it's actually 5. We're operating from 5, 4 on-site location and 1 digital location. So I really want to finish off by encouraging everyone to get registered very early. I know when we closed off, we were filled to capacity at Diamond and Sustack. We've been working every single day to reach out to our current customers, especially for those because of internet couldn't be online, to ensure that everybody's staying safe in whatever way we can bring the curriculum to them, and to ensure that they will be our customers again come September, so we have a number to work with. The registration will cut off at some point in time at Crane and Lusignan, so I encourage everyone to start getting registered online now. We will definitely have weekly updates as to when registration will commence on site. What I can say, we're looking at the phases of the COVID-19 reopening, and we're guided by such. So by July 31st, we know exactly where we are and how soon we can start the on-site registration. Once again, I want to encourage everyone to get registered very early. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Camille. And thank you to all the persons who have tuned in on our social media platforms, had lots of interactions happening on the different pages, persons indicating that there is no decision left to be made. Their child will be at the school from September, which is very, very encouraging. So I want to say thank you to all the persons who have left their comments, their likes, their love, and of course, shared our video content. Thank you to each one of our speakers for being here today. And to everyone out there, please continue to stay safe. This is all for now. You will be hearing from us very soon, as Ms. Camille has indicated. So do have a great rest of the day.
Thank you, Kian.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Are we offline?